Clink clink. Tastes so good. I'm actually on my second bottle of juice. If you know, you know. Hey my beauties, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl this year. I'm back with another video. I know guys, but I'm here now. I'm not consistency. I'm starting it now, right now. So thank you so much guys for tuning in, and thank you for 100 subscribers. Whew, I can't believe this. Thank you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. Don't watch without subscribing. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't. So this video is basically going to be a story time. I know I had said that I'm going to do a get to know me tag, but I've changed my mind now. I'm doing a story time. I hope you guys will enjoy the story that I'm going to be telling you, but it's not really a full story time. It's just a mini background story of how I got this online job that I'm doing. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Hey. So this happened in 2020. Was it 2020? It was last year. It was 2020. Around April. It was just, yeah, it was when we were in level 5 lockdown in South Africa. So we were in level 5 lockdown, and you know how it was, man. We were just like all at home. We weren't all depressed, but some of us were depressed because you're just sitting at home. You have no plan. You don't have money. You're just sitting there. The only thing I was basically doing, or the only thing that was keeping me busy, it was schoolwork. I was studying, and that was it. I was doing my assignments. I remember. Was I doing my assignments? I think I was doing my assignments, and that was the only thing that was keeping me busy. If it wasn't house chores or just sitting around, eating, sleeping, I wasn't doing anything much. So I remember this one time, this girl. Okay, before we get into the story, I've met this girl at church, right? So we were both altar servers, and we were friends. We were friends, and it wasn't just the two of us who were friends. It was like all the altar servers were like, we were just close to each other, right? So this one day I log onto WhatsApp, and I see this girl's status on some if you are looking for an online job, then hit me up. You can make up to 1,000 a week. I'm like, what? 1,000 in a week in the middle of a pandemic? I'm doing it. I'm going for it. So I text her. I'm like, girl. Oh, also, she was very specific on her status. She was like, if you are a girl and you are looking for an online job, then you should hit me up. You can make 1,000 in a week, right? Fine, I hit her up. I'm like, girl, I'm your girl. Like, if anything, you should pick me first. I know you're gonna get a lot of messages from different girls and all your friends, but you should know that I'm your girl. You should just hook me up with a job, you know? She's like, oh no, don't worry. If you are interested, then don't worry. I got you. I'm like, that's right. So I'm just like excited. I'm just sitting there thinking that at least I can also, what was frustrating me more, it's because the next month was my boyfriend's birthday, and it was April. His birthday is on May. So I'm just sitting there thinking to myself that, what am I gonna do? Like, I was thinking that I was gonna take my allowance money for April and then, you know, do the things for him. But then COVID said, I've got my own plans. Okay, fine. So I'm just sitting there, I'm happy, and I'm thinking that, you know what, I can make 1,000 in a week, so I can just shaganisa something, right? Fine. So I ask her, I'm like, so what do I have to do? What is this job about? She's like, no, you just have to chat to people online. You just basically getting paid to send messages. I'm like, oh no, that's easy. I can handle that. I can do that. So I'm like to her, she's like, okay, no, that's cool. Can you type fast? I'm like, girl, you're speaking to the person who can type fast in the whole wild world. Right? I told her that. She's like, oh no, cool, I got you. Fine. Fine. I'm excited. I'm waiting on her. I asked her a question. I think I asked her that how much do we get paid, or how does it work like, right? I asked her how much we getting paid for those messages. She's like, oh no, you just get paid 50 cents per message that you send, right? I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, you have to send 200 messages in a day, right? So I'm like, okay, so each day I'm gonna make 100 rand. She's like, yeah. So I have to send 200 messages in a day. One message is 50 cents, meaning that I'm gonna be making 100 rand in a day. Fine. She's telling me that that's the target, right? That's the minimum messages I have to send. I can always go more, I can always do more messages, but like, yeah, the minimum messages I have to send, it's 200. It's all up to me if I go over or not, right? Alright, cool. I tell her that no, that sounds easy, I can do that, I can manage, right? When do I start? She's like, so what's gonna happen right now is that you're gonna be sharing an account with me. To be honest, that's the first red flag that I've avoided, to be honest. But I don't blame myself that much. I didn't know, right? Fine. She's like, no, don't worry, you're gonna share the same account with me. Right now they're not hiring any more people, so you're just gonna work with me on the same account. I'm like, so how is it gonna work? She's like, no, you have to, like, we have to agree on time, right? It's either you start in the morning and then I do in the afternoon or at night, so that we don't log in at the same time. That platform didn't allow people to log in at the same time. So one of us had to log in the morning or afternoon or at night to send their messages. Sorry. So I was like, you know what? Beggars can be choosers. I'm just gonna go for this job and let me try it for this 1 week and see if I get paid, right? Fine. So she's like, I agree with her. I'm like, okay, cool. I can take the morning spot. So like I start working at 7 a.m. until 11 or 12. I don't remember quite well, but I think it was like from 7 a.m. until 12. Fine. I tell her that and then she agrees, right? So I'm asking her, when am I gonna start working? She's like, oh no, you can start working tomorrow. Also, she sends the rules and also a screenshot of the platform and how it works. One thing about me, if anything involves money, I'm gonna be the fastest learner. So I was very fast. Like I went through the rules. I saw the screenshot. I listened to what she told me, and I got it. Like literally at one go, I got it. I understood everything. I understood what I had to do. Right? Fine. So she tells me that I'm starting tomorrow, right? Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Fine. The next morning comes. So I'm like, I remember this morning I didn't have data. I didn't have enough data. Well, I had data, but I was just thinking that just in case this platform charges data, I should be sorted, right? Fine. I woke up very early in the morning. I was very excited. I woke up very early in the morning and I went to buy data. I asked my mom for money, actually. Yeah, I was very broke. So I asked my mom for money. Fine. I take the money, I go buy data, and then I log on to WhatsApp. And then when I log in, I tell her that I'm starting. Fine. She had already sent me the login details, the platform, and the login details. Fine. I log in, I start working, I work. I work until 12. I tell her that I'm done, then cool. And that platform, it was very self-explanatory. You can just see everything. Like it was easy, you know. I can always see how many messages I've done, so that I can just calculate the amount of time that is left and see how many I can do, right? Fine. So 200 messages was done. Fine. So the next day comes, I work. Fine. The week ends now. So it was like Friday or something. So I start asking about the payments, right? I start asking her about the payments. I'm like, girl, so how am I gonna get paid? She's on some, no, you can send me your account number, account details, and then I'll send the money to you. I'm like, but why isn't the company sending me the money? Right? My question was valid. I'm like, why isn't the company sending me the money? Why are you the one sending me the money? She's like, oh no, the company can send you the money. They send the money directly to me because it's my account, remember? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So she's like, they're gonna pay her and then she's gonna pay me. So she told me that I'm getting paid on every Sunday, right? Fine. I send her my account details. Come Sunday, I get paid. She pays me. Fine, I'm excited. And then Monday, I work again. Fine. It's like after I got paid, I remember I told my friends, I'm like, yo, I got this online job and it's legit. I just got paid. Fine. I tagged some of my friends, and then also this girl told me to tell my other friends to pull through and work. Also, I feel like I should have asked myself this question, that why did she want people to work this much? Like, why did she want people to do this job with her, right? Like, I only asked myself this question later on. So I didn't ask myself at that point that why does she want people to do this job with us? Like, why? How is it gonna benefit her? Cool, fine. I tell my friends, and then we start working. Fine. The second week passes, and on the third week I'm like, nah man, like I can actually go on and do like 300 or 400 messages in a day, so that I can make 200 a day, right? So that it can be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 1,400, right? So I'm like, I tell her, I'm like, you know what, I wanna make more than 200 messages in a day so I can make more money. She's like, oh no, cool, that's fine, that's up to you. Fine. I work. I remember it was on a Monday. I started work. I remember it was on a Monday. So I started working, I started sending 400 messages so that I can make 200 a day, which is gonna be 1.4 in a week, right? Fine. I started sending 400 messages Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was busy sending messages. And then the system logs me out. I'm like, hey boo, okay, let me log in again. Maybe something happened. I log in again and then it says that those credentials are invalid. I'm like, I tell her, I'm like, girl, I see that I can't log in anymore. What's going on? She's like, that means we're fired. I'm like, we're fired? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, no, it means we have violated the rules. I'm like, I didn't violate the rules. And she's like, no, we won't know because we're using the same account, remember? So we won't know who exactly violated the rules between me and you. I'm like, okay, but I was following the rules, so I can't be the one who violated the rules. She's like, it doesn't matter now because we're fired. I'm like asking myself that, why isn't she worried? It's like, she's not worried. I'm worried, I want to make money. Like, why aren't you worried? I asked her that. She's like, we can always apply again. Okay, fine, we're fired and then we can always apply again. I have hope now. Okay, fine. The next day, I asked her that, okay girl, because we're fired, what's gonna happen with the payment? Because I had already made, let's see, how many messages did I make? I made 8, close to 500 messages. That's a lot of money, right? I asked her, I've made close to 500 messages. How are we gonna get paid if we're fired? She's like, no, we won't get paid. She's like, no, we won't get paid. Like, this girl is chilled. She's literally calm, very, very calm. Okay, we won't get paid. Alright, I'm still trying to process that I've sent so many messages for zero, for mahala, right? Fine. That week passes, I'm very depressed. At this point, I was very depressed, thinking that I'm not making money, I'm not doing anything. What's gonna happen, right? Fine. On Friday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, she hits me up on some girl, there's this girl who works for this other company, but the rate is a little bit lower, right? So I'm like, no, I'm very desperate right now. So how much am I gonna get paid? She's like 40 cents, 40 or 30 cents. I don't remember. I'm like, dog, that's a very low rate, but like I can handle it. I think I can handle it because at this point I don't have any money coming in, so I'll just do it, right? Fine. At that time, it's not her account, it's her friend's account, right? So she gives me everything and then I log in, I start working. I'm used to getting paid on Sunday. So when it's Sunday, I ask her, did you give your friend my banking details so that she can pay me? She's like, oh no, I'll send them to her and I'll let you know, right? Fine. She doesn't say anything. Sunday afternoon, I'm like, girl, what's going on? She's like, no, I sent them to her, but she says she's going to get paid tomorrow. I'm like, alright, cool, no, it's fine. I work for Sunday, alright? Monday comes. I'm like, girl, what's going on? She's like, let me ask her. she asks her, and then she gets back to me. She's saying there's some delay and I don't know when they're gonna get paid. I'm like starting to doubt this whole thing now. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna stop working until they finalized the payments, right? I can't keep on working for something that I'm not even sure of. You know, I can't continue working not knowing I'm gonna get paid. I can't work for mahala. Oh, never. I can be desperate, but I definitely won't work for nothing. Fine. I stopped working. So Tuesday, I asked her, girl, she didn't get any money. She's like, no, she'll let me know. Eventually the weekends, I'm at this point, I'm very like I even gave up, like, and I've already accepted that, you know what, I'm no longer working, I'm not gonna get any money. Give it a get to my fine. Fine. The next week comes. The other week comes. So I'm like, I remember I was at my boyfriend's, right? So I'm like sitting with him and I'm like telling him my problems. I'm like, you know what? That small job that I had, I I don't have anything, I'm not getting any income and everything. So like something comes to my mind on some, you know what, girl, just check them out yourself. Just do your research on based on what you knew, right? So I remember I picked up my laptop and then I went on Google and I started doing research, right? I started doing research about companies that are hiring people for sending messages online and everything, for chatting to people, right? Luckily, I find this company, then I apply. I apply and they reply, and I apply and they reply. I apply and they reply, and I remember they sent me a message saying that they're gonna schedule me for a training session, right? And then on that email, there's also the rates. They're telling you what the job is about. They just basically tell you what the job entails and the rates, right? I saw that it had the rates of how many messages you have to send and how you're gonna get paid and how much the messages are gonna be, right? So I see that, oh, okay, at least I'm gonna make some money, you know. So I'm like, I see that the company has higher rates, and also I was getting paid in euros. So you can imagine how much money I can make from sending those messages in that company, right? So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, let me tell the other girl who helped me out, right? And like, let me tell her. But I'm also thinking that, no, let me check if this is a scam or not, so that I can tell them about something that I'm sure of, right? Fine. I do the training, and then everything goes well. So after the training, I start working. So when I log into the platform, I'm like, Aibo, what's going on, dog? What's going on? I see that this platform is the same platform as the one that girl plugged me with. I'm like, why does it look the same? I'm like, maybe these companies use the same platform. I was fooling myself. But yeah, that's what I was thinking, that maybe these companies use the same platform, but it's different companies, right? Fine. I work. So it comes the invoice day comes. So I get my invoice. When I view my invoice, I remember when the other girl was trying to prove to me that this job is legit, she sent me an invoice, right, of the money that she was getting from the company that she was working for. She sent me an invoice, and it was in euros. It was in euros, and she showed me that this is the amount of money that we can make in a month. So now I see the invoice that I received from the new company, and I'm thinking about the invoice that girl sent me. They look the same. Literally, they are the same. I'm like, no, this can be it. This can be it. You know, like, I was just thinking that this can be it. So I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, babe, look, this is the invoice that girl sent me. I almost said her name. That girl sent me. And this is the invoice that I got from this company that I'm working for. She's like, no. He's like, oops. He's like, no. These invoices look the same. It means she was also working for this company. I'm like, what? So does it mean she was ripping me off? That money that I was making, the money that I got from her wasn't even half the money that she got paid. She literally ripped me off. She ripped me off, literally. So I'm like thinking to myself that no, this girl wouldn't do that to me. She's my friend. No, she wouldn't do that to me. So, but I'm thinking that these invoices are literally the same. She was also getting paid in euros. Why didn't I think of that, right? And also, I'm getting paid in euros. And also, the platforms look the same. So I'm like, no, this girl ripped me off. So I'm like texting one of my friends that knows that girl, and that knows that I was working for her. I'm texting her on some, girl, you won't believe this. I found this company online, and it turns out it's the same company that other girl was working for. And it turns out she was ripping me off. This is the amount of money you get paid per message. And she was giving me 50 cents. She didn't even give me half of the money she was making. It was like, basically, she was giving me cents. She was giving me cents of the money that she made. She ripped me off. Guys, I get so hurt when I think about it. Like, I was making so many, like, I was sending so many messages, and that girl didn't even bother telling me that, you know what, girl, I don't know, but she ripped me off. Like, she literally ripped me off. So that's how I basically found out about this company. And also, I think she tried sending my other friend, the friend that I told, that she tried telling her that she has an account, so she wants her to work with her, right? So my friend already knew. I already told my friend that she ripped me off. So she was like, no, we're working for a company that's paying us better than what you're gonna pay us, so it's fine, we're fine. So she's asking, which company is that one? So she doesn't answer. So I don't know how it got to a point where she actually told her that I told her that she ripped me off. So that girl came back to me on some, why are you busy telling people that I ripped you off? You shouldn't do that. These companies differ. They have different rates. You might be working for a different company. You never know, right? I'm like, girl, I know it's the same company. Like, even if they weren't the same company, their invoices wouldn't be the same, like how yours and mine are the same. Who are you trying to fool? Who the fuck are you trying to fool? Who are you trying to fool? Fine. I just didn't even argue with her. I just let it slide. I let it slide and just started working for myself. So yeah, that's basically the end of the story. I never confronted her. I never told her that I knew. She was just feeling guilty and she felt the need to explain herself. So I just let her explain, and then I just said, okay, it's fine, that's cool. But I just knew that she was lying. Why would you even explain yourself? Why would you do that? So that's basically how I found out about this company that I'm working for, and that's how I'm making my living, you know. So a lot of people, not a lot, but like people have been asking me how I make my money online, how I get these companies to work with online, the legit companies. And this is, I'm gonna try and put the links of the companies that I know that they are legit on the description box, so you guys can try and check them out and choose the one that works for you. But the one that works for me and the one that has higher rates is the one that I'm working for, which is so I was saying that that's how everything ended with me and that girl who ripped me off. And that's how I started working for myself, and I started sending messages for myself without working with anyone, and I was making my own money, you know. So that's what you can also do. So the company that I'm working for is called Texting Factory, so you can just go onto the description box to find the link, so that you don't go into a different website and apply to a different or a wrong company, so that you can do it yourself and make yourself some money. And also I have tried looking for other legitimate companies that you can work for. I have put down their links down in the description box, so you can also check them out and choose what works for you. But what I highly recommend is the company that I work for, because I know that the rates are higher, and also I know that it's just better to work with, because once you are within the company, it's always easier for you to go into different departments. And also when you go into different departments, you get paid higher. So yeah, that's basically it. I have posted about it on Twitter, so I've also been getting questions from Twitter, from Instagram, people referring other people to me to explain to them what this job's how this job works. So I have just decided to make this video so that everyone can just know about it and just make money from it, because you know, you're just gonna be sitting home and just making money. This is how I make my living, and yeah, this company has helped me for as long as, you know, that's how I make my living, and yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any question, if you want me to help you with anything about these companies that I've told you about, you can always hit me up. You can comment down below with your question. I will most definitely reply to it. You can hit me up on my socials, and yeah, I can help you guys with it. And also I will do a video of how I get these online gigs that I do, and how I just find jobs online by just searching and doing my research and, you know, finding some information. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you did enjoy this video, If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.